I see someone's here. Looks like Respect. If I had to guess, and if I had to guess the other one, it'd probably be Marsmo. Give me a moment, boys. I'll be there in a second. There it is. Sometimes it's good to just shake your shit, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh. Respect says I'm safe. Good. Okay, good. I'm glad you made it to the safety meeting. Are you wearing your hard hat? Marshmallow says, hey man, how's it going? Pretty good. I hope you are. Oh, I'm feeling pretty safe. How does one start alive and get on the floor in 30 seconds? You're very close to the floor. This is where you're at normally. So, also, I have a degree in getting up and down from the floor. I'll show you intentionally. He has a good eyesight. He knows it's us. That's right. Delicious. Thank you. Hello, my hairy sensei, Johnny Sins. Hello, Dennis. It's good to see you, my friend. Marshmallow says he's got good eyes. I have the sight. Okay, so we have... Okay. I don't know the song, but I'm slowly learning the entire fucking YouTube library. Actually, I'll put the full count up. Hold on. Do we like that? Do we like having the full count? 40. Oh, damn. Okay, so this then turns into 45. Yes, he does, Mars. Interesting choice of workout music, Sensei. Here's what I do. I load up the YouTube audio library. I choose the songs that you don't have to credit people with, and then I choose a theme. Thought I'd start with a different energy today. Oh, interesting. How does it feel? Do that again, please. I'll do lots. He was already laying down. He thought this out. Jimmy says, yes, please. Yes, we like knowing how much you've been bullied. Okay. I love the jiggle. Ah, good. That diggle wiggle. Bulge alert. That's hot. Thank you. It feels different. You know, I've worn many faces, as you know. So, you know, I recommend it. It's good. You never know which face might fit you very well. Okay. How's everyone's Monday? Do we party? Are we safe? Okay, it's a safety meeting. I want to know everyone's safe. Okay, bring your hard hats. What did you think of that video? I'm not sure. Did you send me something else? I recommend a Speedo stream. That's definitely members only. So we're gonna get there pretty soon, and soon being a relative term. I think within 4 to 6 weeks I could get the exclusive stuff. So very quick gating mechanism, you know. I only feel safe with you. Well, Passionate Fruitcake, I'm gonna have to stream 24/7. The one about Andrew. Oh, the arrest one? I mean, look, everyone already did better jokes than me where he's like, you know, I'm a gay man living with my husband, and not even I would wear something like that. Oh. Oof. Pure Technique sends me videos on Instagram. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, we're getting a new song here in a second. It's not my usual fare. Oh, but I laid down on the ground, so, you know, that's what happens. When can you and I have a direct one-on-one video chat? Very soon. Very soon. I need to determine which, like, if it's gonna be Zoom or something else. I need to actually like get the fucking Zoom for Business or whatever that allows more than, what is it, like 40 minutes? But I'm on it, and I will let you know. Trust me. He got absolutely brutalized by Greta Thunberg. Oh yeah, that quote. Yeah, and she was what, like, super young. So it's crazy being like a famous activist before you graduate high school, you know? That's just like wild to me. We could do that via email. That's true, yes, we could. Why do you use the phone blocks? Because if I have to reach the ground, I can't get the leverage I need, so I'm like propped up on the like this. So it's just not as secure. So it just gives me a better leverage point to, you know, keep myself stretching honestly. Because I don't do like the where you bend into it, you know. I'm pretty. I try and stay aligned. You know what I mean? I want you to see I'm real, and that's really me in the photos. Google Meet works well and it's free. Oh, I've never used Google Meet, and I'm hearing about it right now. So that's part of the problem, is I'm just very fucking behind on everything. Are you Bulgarian by chance? I'm not, but I'm a fan of their squats. But I'll keep that in mind, Respect. I gotta write a note to check out Google Meet. I also gotta figure out what they track, you know what I mean? And make sure I'm like opted out, so, you know, some of our materials don't get co-opted. He is mine importance, back off, buddy. Oh man. Let's not fight over me in the comments. I mean, we can have a little fun banter. I don't actually like when all of my loves fight over me. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do a floor bit. Oh, okay, fruitcake. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't know that that's gonna work for him. You don't understand. I need you. I'm only 7 minutes late. It's okay. It's you know, it's a safety meeting, so I was worried about you. But you are safe, right? Are you wearing your hard hat? I kind of expected. Man, certain angles just really reveal how arm heavy I am. It's okay. I need bird legs so I can fly. You understand, right? Like hamstrings are invisible. That's crazy. And you can kind of see my hip flexor. That's getting bigger. Oh. I don't know if you can see the quaking that's happening. I'm not trying to do that. Oh. See, I can do something like this, no problem. The regulars know. It's these damn sideways hip sockets. Okay. Let's see what we got. Passion Fruitcake says, importance, if you're hot, then we can share. Well, the problem is probably going to be the sharing. Hold up. Original boyfriend here. That's true. Antazar was the very first. Or it was like at the same time as Brandon. I want to say Antazar was first. We haven't seen Brandon in a bit. Go. Nice. How are you doing, Antazar? It's good to see you back again. Okay. Oh. This is like a good Footloose Dancing in the Warehouse song. You never forget your first. That's true. Maybe. Kyle, we all know you accepted my marriage proposal. we all know that. See, from here, when you can see the adductors, that's most of my meat. You know what I mean? It's this shit. It's the muscles that block the groin kick when you're doing your fucking sunshin. Getting ready for jail, Tate? Love the shorts, Kyle. Thank you. I thought you might. Whoa, no, I'll back away then since he has claimed. Oh, that doesn't sound like you. All right. First Tate of the day. We got almost 30 yesterday. Prime Farming Day. Love. Oh, I knew what you meant. Trust me. I knew. Okay, let's... God, it's hot. I just showered. Oh my God. Ugh. Alright, now I give you the good... Kyle has love for all. That's true. Oh, this dipshit. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Getting them glutes ready for jail, Tate. They've been ready. It's been my life's work. I have not and never will share a man. See, that's what I thought. Though I always say you can look, but you can't touch. Well, you can't stop the looks anyway, right? Sharing is caring. LOL, fruitcake. Oh, man. I can't imagine the group event that we might have. The calamity of it all. All right. Let's see. 12 is actually pretty good for the hip flexors. Another strain from jail. Who's your bunk buddy? Well, I'm having a little competition to see who wants to be, you know, first up. But you're 1,628th in line for that, so, you know, it might be a while. Trust me, I'll go through them pretty quick. Wow, 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 wow. If he actually goes to prison and goes away for a while, it might, like, I wonder if the tape references will stop. You know, he'll become less relevant. All right. You know what? I'm a generous God, and I do love you all. So I'm going to try this. Do top G's get the top bunk? Oh, the top G is very much a bottom. Okay, trust me. Trust me. As someone who looks like him, I have it on very good authority. Let's... Yeah. Yep. Okay. A little viewer special. Oh. God, it is like I'm wearing fucking sweatpants. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh. It's called elephant walking. Can you see my hamstrings going? A little bit. Top bunk's actually bad. You want the bottom bunk, trust me. Why is that? You looking like Jada Pinkett Smith? Really? I have to say, I am surprised nobody's swept you up yet. Well, yeah, I mean, I've gotten close once. Oh, respect. I like this idea. Let's have a Hunger Games with the prize of Kyle. I hope everyone competing is redneck like me. I bet there'll be lots of sword fighting. Top G's are power bottoms, yes, capable of accepting a tremendous amount of power. Oh yeah, stretch it. You know how we do. I don't get, well, actually. Let's see. We have fun, don't we? I want a Squid Games for Kyle. That'd be dope. Have you ever shaved your legs? It feels nice. I have, yeah. Back in my early bodybuilding days, I did. And it's like, oh, the amount of definition that I can see it's next level. It's crazy. I like having the shaved legs. It's the in-between that is the fucking nightmare. Okay, particularly as a guy that ended up wearing tights for ballet, you know, it's like Velcro at that point. Squid Game. It's a Korean Netflix show. Oh, I thought Power Bottom was generating a tremendous amount of power. Yeah, it's a Always Sunny quote from Mac before he's openly gay. He's closeted, and he believes that the power bottom is receiving power, and that's how it works. May the Kyle live ever in your favor. LOL, saw that and loved it. Good. I should do a fucking, like, jazzercise style class to this shit. I'm gonna write that down. It was... Janice, size, class, theme, song. Okay. What was the other thing I was going to write down? You got to tell me. Okay. I expected the music to drop, but then it didn't. What can you see? What can you see? We can smell Kyle through the screen. Hi, Dale. How you doing? Thanks for watching those videos. I appreciated your comments. I'd let Kyle sleep wherever he wants as long as I'd be next to him. And if we fall asleep in the barn, you know, I would be terrified of being crushed by a horse, though, in my sleep, you know. Not because I fear horses, they're just so big, and they, you know, they're sometimes like puppies. They kind of don't know, you know, they're clumsy sometimes. They're very cute. Oh, they're very cute. Hey, Short Shorts. Hey, Miss Short Shorts. I don't know what you're wearing. Orange something. How you doing, Meg? How's your Monday? Have you done your stretches? Okay, are you safe? It's a safety meeting. All right? We're required to do them quarterly. So, what was I? Did I do both legs? See, I never know. And then I gotta... That doesn't feel very stretched. Meg in the house. Donald Duck retracted his message. Well, I don't like that. How many hours of stretching do you do? No. You... Like, every day, I will guaranteed do about 15, 20 minutes. On stream, I might go a little bit longer, but I'm talking in the middle of it. But here's the thing. I don't do... What I used to do is dynamic stretching when I was kicking my legs up, but I've decided I'm not going to throw my fucking back out anymore. So, you know, a lot of my... Like, in modern dance, we would do, like, leg swings like this. You do batmas where you kick the leg up really high like that, and you get the nice hammy shot underneath. But I don't have a reason to kick my legs up, and it's actually not that great for me. So, you know, I just stick to the, like, easier stuff. In order to get this flexible, though, it took a lot longer. You can put some prison bars in front of the camera. That's a good idea. I should do a Tate from jail stream. That's what we gotta do. Man, I wish I still had that purple shirt. It would have come in really handy, but I bet Meg has a better chance than any of us. Really? What do you know about Meg? Marshmallow says, Glenn Powell was in the Expendables. Ms. Meg says, I'm very safe. I attended monthly safety meetings at work, and I know all the tips and tricks. I know them so well that when I get the quiz, I just skip to the end, and it's like, I don't even read the question. It's just, because I don't know what your, okay, brief aside, Meg. I don't know what your safety meetings are like, but mine are like, do you, A, you know, and the question is, it doesn't matter, but the answers are like, do you, A, sell information to a foreign government? B, download all the source code that exists and keep it for after you leave the company? C, do you abide by the rules and regulations? Or D, do you fuck yourself, right? And so it's like, I'm just going to pick the most corpo answer, and I'm always right. Bob Kayak, hey Kyle. Been watching a while, and honestly, I appreciate the motivation and hustle. Keeps me coming back and wanting to see more. Ooh, good. Popped assist the size of a hamster? Oh my God. Oh my God. That must have been very huge relief with an enormous crater. Man, that's crazy. Cheers, bro. Well, cheers, Bob. I appreciate you watching, and I'm glad I'm motivating. One thing I've learned is that like you just got to do it. The motivation isn't there a lot of times, so you just do. That's an extremely subtle vote. Oh, I see. Yes, you should. A tribute to Richard Simmons. Yeah, I should. I want to wear a wig, but the wigs are so hot. I forget what it's like to have hair, and it's too hot. Okay, Glenn Powell. We'll get the total on the board. Upside down and backwards. Yes, we did it. Okay, hold on. I gotta get the total number. Watch the board for me. Might fly off. Ba, 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 da. Okay. So your vote today. Come here. Your vote today brings us to 14. Tate in jail would be funny. You should definitely do that. Thank you. Sounds like you're healthy. I mean, to a degree. Can you say you're a nerd in Tate impersonation? I have, see, the problem with my Tate impression is that my feelings about Tate come through the impression. So it just gets like, it's not perfect. Okay, so it's like, hold on. Bugatti, Candace, you're a nerd. Is that, I don't know. It sounds off. Make America straight again? Why? We tried that. It was boring. Tom Arnold, the origin story. All right. Okay. Interesting vote. Maybe with hair. I think the hair really does it. Tom. Yep. Right? Yep. God, I am the master of spatial reasoning. Okay. Okay, this is just a little too shrill for me. Thank you. Airplane pilot says, what do you think about the US government now claiming and closing off even more BLM public land? What? Near Area 51, especially the most interesting vantage point? I think I support BLM, so you might be in the wrong stream. Zettel says, gay! Tristan says, are you half black? What gave it away? He actually was in the Expendables. It's not a joke. Really? I mean, he's a hot guy, right? So. Here we go. If that's too fast, do the chest pops. All right, let's do a little bit of chest, stretch, shoulders. See, I'm a good pole dancer. You just don't even know. Ooh. Oh, yeah. It looks like I'm taking a shit. Can you get the sunglasses and wear a suit too, please? It'd be so funny. I have a suit, and I have sunglasses. I've done a couple streams where I have like a fake cigar. It like lights up and stuff. The first time I did it, I mean, we had 13,000 people drop 5,000 comments. So, you know, I must have been a little convincing. Stretching the shoulder girdle out. Looking like a G League trainer who does leg massages a lot. Well, you got $20? Scott. Hey, good sir. Could use some positivity today. Having a rough go of it. Thank you ahead of time. Much appreciation, love, and respect to you and yours. Well, Scott, you know, frankly, you've been doing really great from what I could tell, you know? And just know that, you know, today's a rough day. You've had better days before. And this sucks to hear sometimes in the moment, but it is true where it's like, when you have that down moment, sometimes when you lean into it knowing that like you push through and you come back up, right? And that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's part of the process. But, you know that, just remember that feeling and remember that it's gonna be there for you later too, you know? It's not that you had a good day and now it's fleeting, right? Each day is different. We all need to give friendly, clean, fast, safe service. That's true, that's good. Good eve to you, noble sir. Thank you, Savage Institute, and to you as well. I tip my noggin to you. Hey, Timothy. What? Meg says mine literally tells us to use a keyboard as a weapon towards active threat. Maybe for smaller businesses, you know. Mine, they're like, it's not worth the liability, you know. Even if I could kick someone's ass, right? If someone from a competing company like starts sprinting down the halls with like a bunch of computers or something, just bam, front kick, that'd be awesome. That's crazy, Meg. I kind of want to work where you work. His name was Thorn. Bob needs surgery on that cyst. Well, none of us are doctors, although I have played one in YouTube Shorts. Kyle looks like a young, handsome Nicolas Cage. Thank you. I think he looked kind of handsome. It was, you know, in the 70s and 80s, it was like, you know, there was an aesthetic there. Let me get the numbers, actually. Let me get the numbers for you. Meg, didn't you say you're a baker? They're straight up instructing you to brain somebody? Right? No. It was 33. Now, it is 34. Can you see because the glare? Can you see? Nathan Hughes says, Andrew Tate. Okay. I don't know what voice that was. Exhaustion. I can still hear that high-ass voice go, Common ladies. I don't know how to do it. Common ladies. Looks like Airwolf Ops. You look like George Clooney. I don't, Bruce, but we put it on the board if you call me that. Okay. Very handsome. I don't think I've been called Clooney before. Yo, he does look like Nicolas Cage. I do, don't I? Especially, the nose does a lot of the work. Respect says, it's so funny. I've never voted because my vote for the future hubby does not count. Oh, well, yeah, but this is, you know, these don't require explanation. You know what I mean? And if that was the case, everyone would be voting for that. And then we wouldn't know, like, then it becomes like a ranking system, right? Of like, oh, who has said I'm their boyfriend the most, right? And then And that I don't want competition between you guys, really. Guess how many subs I have? 420? You have 2 votes for Nick Cage. Do I? What was the first or second one? You got to be Samuel L. Jackson. BLM, Bureau of Land Management. Okay. See, I don't know shit. That's crazy. If the government is... Well, okay, here's the thing. They're definitely not telling us shit. The stuff they're not telling us about is probably not nearly as cool as we want it to be. What I would probably assume is like there's some fucking oil or resources or something under there and they just want it. Nick Cage, he does look like him. You got no ass though. Yeah, I have to press really heavy in order to build my ass, and I have spine problems, so wow, that cake is shaking nice. See, so I'm gonna get the cake up a little bit. I think it'd be an awesome pole dancer. Thank you, Anthazar. I have 2 poles in my shop. Ooh, a little duet. Pas de deux. You could run chest hair in their face. I could. Nicolas Age. I got 1 number for you. Yeah? Meg's an undercover baker. You look like the you look like the small Wolverine out of Deadpool 2. That's dope. Okay. I haven't been called Wolverine before, but that is hilarious. Okay. Small. We'll put them down here in small letters. One for small Wolverine. I like that. I thought you got arrested in Florida. Hey, how's it going, CG? You know, that's what they say. I mean, once they find out that there's 20 clones of us running around just making the frogs gay, they're gonna freak. Wrong, I have 5.85K. Nice. Good for you, man. What do you do, Nathan? What do you do? I can't really tell. Looks like a humanoid figure in your lips and fur at 110. Rah rah. Good sense of humor. He's got a fine tushy. It's fine. BLM uses any excuse to round up the wild horses to sell at auction. It's sad, but what can you do? Yeah, because you're fighting the man, so you're fucked. Yeah, that sucks. See, and it's probably something like that. They saw something that they could sell, and so they decided it's ours. It's classified, whatever, you know? Your chin forgot to grow. That's true. But, you know, what I'll tell people is in my boxing days, I would just retract it. And so it's been permanently retracted because I have been avoiding getting hit, right? I mean, here it's like, hit my shit. You can't. It's all nose. James Muddy, yes. You're very right. Oh, yeah, we got a milestone with this one recently. Come here. Come here, we got a milestone. Okay, so we're gonna put Myrrh up here. $101. We cracked triple digits. I'm very happy with this. I was stretching at some point. I need to resume that. You have gay legs. Well, all the better to wrap around your skull with then, huh? Jimmy Leach from X-Men The Last Stand. That is one of the funnier ones that I've ever gotten from you. What's with the booty shorts tonight, fam? What? It's hot. Also, it's my house. Also, it's my booty. Do your people call you a little bear? No? Holy shit, it is Myrrh. Well, especially if I let this grow in, that will really do it. And then if I smile, you know, get the eyes kind of... Anyway. Stretching, right? What is this song? Christ. It's a robot that's having a fucking DMT breakthrough. Greetings, teacher. Oh, Irish Beastus. Welcome. It's good to see you. I went into fifth position for that. You couldn't see the feet, so I just wanted to tell you because, you know. How was your day? I want to tell Scott we are sorry you're having a... Oh, I think she got cut off. I am a cake decorator. I'm sorry. I'm a layman. However, I work for a large company that can afford a lawsuit on my behalf. Ooh, nice, Meg. Nice. So probably the best place for us to congregate is Meg's workplace. Because we'll be legally allowed to do karate at anyone that tries to take anything. No, it's not myrrh, it's spur. Yeah, bone spur. And, you know, yeah. Us people call Kyle an otter. That's true. Only partially because I like to put small rocks in flesh pockets around my belly. His powers that the other mutants' powers didn't work while in his company, so they made a cure out of it. Yeah, that, I can't say what I would do in that scenario because it's YouTube. Dr. Seuss character? Me? I know I'm shaped like one. I have a strange face and my proportions are all off, but you know. Look at this. Look at that arm versus leg. That's nuts. I should just walk on my hands, I think. This isn't bad. One of my favorite dancing tropes is, I can't do it now because it's an easy day, we're stretching, right? But is dancing very like slutty and aggressive, but having like a really bored face, like ugh kind of face, like you fucking popping it and just like ugh. Oh my god, it's so funny. An otter? I'd call him more of a beaver. I do have the coloring of a beaver. Keep your goon arm strong. I'll call him Muffin. Joke of the day, why do hospitals have air conditioning? Ansar says why. Trying to think of a pun with patience. I don't know. To keep the vegetables nice and cool. Damn, Megan. That was a fucking baller joke. That's funny. I think Irish Beastus is an RN, so. But yeah, I think that was a knockout, Meg. Yeah. I want to do something, I don't know. I need to be a little more, I don't know, positive or something. Ooh. I can never remember good jokes. I'm not like I don't tell jokes, I'm just not I don't take pictures. There's lots of things I don't do that I feel like normal people do. I've only ever taken selfies for other people. Whoop. Let's get you a little closer. I'll suck and read. Accidentally hit send. We're sorry to hear you're having a tough day. Remember this today, you have survived every tough day you've faced so far. The sun will shine again. That's right. Take the shirt off, please. Yo, Sensei Zoomer. Yeah, I felt a little messed up sharing that one, but YOLO. Meg, I have a way worse one. But is Kyle a furry meerkat? Is that anyone's like fursona, a meerkat? My guy, do I have the news for you if you remember me? I remember your username. I'm probably fuzzy on the details of some of the things we talked about just because of all the streams, but please tell me, Zoomer. Oh, that's cute, a meerkat popping his little head up. Right. Well, and they're very like familial animals. Okay. Here we go. What's the news, Zoomer? You zoomed one too many dabs and now you've escaped time and space? Interesting. I also don't like when in dancing they have a lot of mirrors. I never enjoyed looking at myself in the mirror when I was dancing because everyone else had way better technique than me, you know. And they were more flexible, blah, 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 all that shit. I stopped drinking completely over 2 weeks ago and have been lifting weights finally and eating healthier. Salads, shredded chicken, black beans, corn. Good for you, Zoomer. I'm proud of you. That's dope. Good for you. And here's the thing. You do that stuff and then you start, like if you don't, you feel terrible. So it becomes the opposite of like when you don't eat right and exercise and you know, you start to feel like garbage. That's the secret. So once you get, you know, the good, solid, you know, engine running, it's hard to go back. So good for you. Well, 2 weeks is long enough to where like you're pretty much out of the any kind of, you know, not any, but that tells me you're solid. You know, you're through the worst. I think the sun will burn out one day. It will. It will. And I will witness it. Why did you have a tough day? Are you okay? Scott has had a rough day today. Jam, bro. Safety meeting as in... How do you know... Jam, how do you know the secret code? What do you know, Jam? Jam, I'm sorry for pointing at you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You won't witness it. You'll be long dead. Oh, marshmallow, please. Pesto is great. I love pesto. Now I'm craving Chipotle. Beep boop. Thanks, boss. Well, Zoomer Dabs, you've been a good boss of yourself. Hey, hey, respect, says Jams. Oh, hello, Clam. We're all so supportive of each other. I love that. I waited all day for you. Hi, Jelly. How are you? I would go live earlier, but I have a stupid job. Jam says, hey, Donut. Jelly Donut is missing. Ah, you probably hit send right before. Isn't Chipotle what you put in chili to make it spicy? It's what you put in my mouth after you double load that shit with extra beef, okay? And yeah, we do the white queso, we do the regular cheese. Okay, the music kind of stopped. Hey, hey. What's your job, Kyle? Playing a meerkat? I wish. God, I wish. Okay, let's do it. Let's do a dead hang. We'll see how long I go for. My job is in tech. I do stupid computer shit. I was working till like 7 today, so I would have gone live. I want to go live earlier because I know a lot of you are in the future, essentially. But I had to work. Respect, was thinking about you all morning. Oh yeah, some of you might have missed the little flirting that happened. See, and that's what the community should be about. We're all just sort of, you know, I thought everyone knew about safety meetings. Am I that old? Jam, well, it's you and me, okay? So if you're that old, I'm that old. Hello again, Jam. Oh, yeah, Jelly? Mm-hmm. Ooh, damn. Damn, maybe it's not my email that everyone needs. Okay. Dead hang. Let's back up so you can see my feet. All of us waited all day for you. I appreciate you. And look, when we get to the point where I don't need stupid work, okay, and I can be live all day and just take my titties out and bounce them around for everyone, I'll do it. Trust me. I'll do it the moment I can. Yeah, it's 10:36 now. Meg. If only we knew what Jelly looks like. Hey, Jammy Clam. Wait, how old are you, Kyle? I'm in my late 30s. Late 30s. I love, oh, man. Well, it's great because when I have said it in the workplace, it's just come off as like absurdist humor. Which, well, that's probably because of me, because of how I operate. But yeah, safety meeting. We would say, like, a lot of times I would say safety meeting in the men's bathroom, bring your hard hats. That was but I worked in a place where you could say crazy shit like that and not get fired. It's hard to dance while hanging and keep it motionless up top, you know what I mean? See, but running the legs, it's no longer a dead hang, it's an active hang. What's your stats, Jelly? I'm 31. B-Day is November. Oh. Can you stop being so negative? Am I being negative? Chicken wing buckets? What's your stats, Jelly? I'm 33, so I'm older. Kyle's even older. Kyle, why are you so rude and negative? It's very unbecoming. I'm sorry. I mean, what I mean is, fuck you. Respect stats. What do you mean? You're doing it wrong. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong, love? The fuck? Chicken wing needs some honey mustard to sweeten up. Ooh, clever. REM says, do you ever think about the fact that we all found out every powerful person in the last 30 years abuses children and no one is doing anything about it? Yeah. Yeah, frequently. When I'm paying taxes or doing work or, doing anything really, I think of, or when Andrew Tate gets arrested for the exact same shit. Okay? Yeah, I think about it a lot. I have a very, I have a thing about injustice. It bothers me. And I can never get over it. In general, things that aren't fair. So, chicken sounds delicious. Chicken needs to be stuffed, Jelly. Marinated, maybe. Well, you're living wrong. You don't Jesus. That be one. Love, are you having a stroke? Dale says, yeah, stop Yeah, Kyle, stop being so negative and show us whole. Yo, Airbender, Earthbender, it's me again. Hello, Princess Sheesh, brother. How are you? How are you? I'm trying to do your, you know what I'm looking at. I'm doing good. Is that your vote again? Since you know the system, I'll let you choose a vote. Where's the bottom half of your face? I sold it to the devil for sick guns. Dal wants to see your booty hole. I think I think you're onto something there, Meg. One day when Kyle goes viral, I hope this core group will all be the blue cheerleader squad, sitting pretty. Yes, absolutely. I was on your page earlier, Kyle, and in the description, Andrew Tate popped up. Ruh-roh. What? Well, that's a tough cookie, Kyle. Injustice is like a main everyday human quality. Yeah. I think it has something to do with my background level of stress. Look, I get it. I can't do anything. But if I were Superman, I'd take care of fucking everything. Everything. Hello, Kyle. Hello. Hola, soy. Jam says hello. Respect says hola in the house. Informatory says, I can feel you on top. Squeezing my... taking it in. You can feel that? Really? Your house might be haunted, bro. Just so you know, this profile isn't even me. It's a YouTuber I follow. What? What does that mean? You have someone else's YouTube account? Andrew Tate, my bunghole. Well, George, since you asked so nicely, yes, I have arrived. I would love for people to get intro music, like the WWE. Whenever one of the regulars, the core, the true cult members of the cult of Kyle, okay? We can announce it. So I know, because I'm always behind. Can my name be Kyle too? I'm sure it could be. Timu Andrew Tate. Oh, thank you, Smoke. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Yes, Jelly. Dude, what's up? Nala. What is up? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Oh, fuck. There we go. Okay. Hey, handsome. Hey, BT. You party? Your house might be on it, bro. Fine, I'll change it. Do whatever you want. Why did he ask Andrew to tape his bunghole? If I had a nickel for every unanswered question, why is a question that's probably not even worth asking in this chat. You know what I mean? Why? Why anything? Why brain sit in bone ball on top of bones, piloted by meat, electric meat? Why consume other life to live? Why? Everything's ridiculous. Everything. What would my intro song sound like? I don't know. Why don't you tell me, Dale? What would your intro music be in a perfect world? How do I get a mod to clean up trolls before they post? Well, Nala, I'm trying to hold out on mods because that's sort of the vibe, is that I let the trolls go, um, except when they're terrible. But you know, hi Jelly. I thought I said hi to you already. I'm gonna change my profile picture to me. Ooh, respect. You don't have to do that for me, and you know why. I know what my intro song would be. Well, what is it, Jam? Drop it. The ghost is after him impersonating Kyle. Yeah, I've already got LARPers in the afterlife. Piloted by electric meat. Epic sentence. It's true. But why is it true? Why? Why? Why space radiation make tan but also give cancer and also necessary for life? Why? That's crazy. Please let the trolls go. I love your responses. Exactly. That's sort of, you know, that's the primo content. Watch what you say before you get yourself in trouble. What are you talking about? I'm coming out, Diana Ross, and 9 Inch Nails Closer. Like a remix. If you wanna jam, you have sang it before. Oh my god. And here's the thing, Jam. We'd have to do the whole song. Okay? Everybody get up. The whole thing. And you like, oh, I gotta go, you know, I don't know, check my email. You come back. Come on it. If you wanna. God, what a good song. Jam. Christ. Dale says, well, I for one can't live eating just plants and shit. I need my meat. Fish, chicken, beef, pigeon, snake, deer. Is a Duff Nug, welcome. Is there a cream or ointment that you use to fertilize your shoulder hair? No, this is just, you know, a protective barrier, you see. It does work as a mosquito sort of net. Here's the other thing. I don't know what best way to phrase it. It's like, I think it's called like musical frisson or something like that, where you get goosebumps very easily. I get goosebumps very easily. So I'll get like a fucking layer like this high. I literally feel like I'm expanding like a balloon. It's nuts. Jelly says pigeon. Love says, you a idiot. Oh, are I an idiot? See, I couldn't even do the bad grammar. If I was a mod, I would just be pretty and blue like my eyes and not do anything. Ooh, what a cool answer. Jelly says, I love blue eyes. Respect says, I agree, Meg. Well, Respect does have very blue eyes. Nala says, who's the hottest woman on House of Dragons Season 3 in your opinion? Hint, Olivia Cook. I don't watch House of Dragons. I watched Game of Thrones. You don't want to deal with my people? Keep it up, Snow. Keep what up? What am I doing? Yeah, watch that mouth, Kyle. Sending virtual slap. Who you calling Snowflake, bish? Also, your people? Should I be concerned? Jam says, as a Jew, that startles me. Usually, shut up or there will be trouble. Whatever. Ah, donut. Oh, you guys. Jam says, hi, Athazar. Dale says, my therapist told me the reason I'm only attracted to dark-eyed guys is because my parents have them, and that brings familiarity. Send help. Well, Dale, I feel like at a certain point, you can't really fight your lizard brain stuff. Some of that's going to be in there, you know what I mean? And you're not going to notice. I don't know what to tell you, though, because I'm into all the eyes. What time is it over at your end, King Kyle? It's 8:51. I'm in the PST. Jelly's confused. I thought you just got arrested. Andrew, fake? Oh, right. I almost forgot the like longest running bit on the channel. Okay, hold on. Yeah, well, they let me out on good behavior. I told them I was just going to come out as gay finally, and they thought that was so progressive that, you know. Do. Informatory post. My place was haunted once, and I had to break the spell after coming home from the hospital from a nervous breakdown. It's a lot of personal information, informatory. Wait, look, I mean, I'm very open, so, you know, you reveal whatever you'd like to. But, so how did you break the spell? What kind of magic are you versed in? I would like to learn magic. So, we're talking like wizard stuff, like, are you a sorcerer? Bende says, hell yeah. Anthazar says, I had a ghost encounter, the informatory post. Ghost? Seriously? Dale says, they say reptilians smell like sulfur. Damn malicious, blood-drinking creatures. Miss Meg says, do you believe in ghosts, Kyle? I don't think that people with, like, sheets for legs are floating around and shit. But could I buy that there are energies afoot? I could. I've been having a lot of dreams about my grandma. And in the dream, here's the thing. In the dreams, her house is always different. And I know that it's different, but I'm the only one that seems to know it's different. And the whole family's just like talking to her and shit, and it's like normal. And I'm like, Grandma, you're dead. And she's like, and I'm like, I miss you, Grandma. And she's like, I miss you too, baby. I love you. You know, then I wake up, different house every time. Kyle, what time did you start your live? 68 minutes and 15 seconds ago. Joey, I see that comment that I can't show. I think you removed it. Hilarious. I wish you would have kept it. Bende said, I just subbed and liked. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll give you a little whoop for that, okay? Nala says, the Nephilium? Or is that Nephilim? Anthazar says, hey, Kyle, when you reach 2,000 for Andrew Tate, how about you dress like him on a live? How about I do it beforehand? I like the idea someone had earlier of doing bars in front of the camera. Meg says, energies. Probably said it way better than that. I see you, Kyle. You see me? I see you. There we go, Joey. I see you too, Meg. You're looking good. Joey says, I know ass magic. It's not all that great, to be honest. The only trick I know how to do is to pull a rabbit out of my ass. I'm glad you shared that. Joey also says, I also just shoved the rabbit up there first. Joey, you're breaking the suspension of disbelief by revealing the trick. Vungan says, what's the point of training while one bullet is all it takes? Well, what if you're surprised? Or what if someone takes the bullet launcher from you? What if you run out of bullets? What if you are in a situation where using a bullet would put you behind bars for 25 to life? What about all of those scenarios? What about when you just need to go to the goddamn grocery store? The point of training is to master oneself, okay? Master the body, master the mind. You think you're not going to have to run in the apocalypse? Scott says, just wanted to say thank you one more time before I left for the evening. You're a fucking rock star. Thank you, Scott. I would love to go have coffee and just shake your hand someday. I would love that too. You know, and what the future holds, I don't know. But I appreciate you, brother, as one of the originals. So I hope you have a good, you know, day at some point. If that's not tomorrow, if it's the next day, you know, it's you are destined for good days. So I would love to share one with you at some point. What color is your aura, Kyle? I don't know. I don't know. Someone else will have to tell me. Meg says, sounds like sweet dreams with your grandma, truly. She was like, how do I want to put this respectfully? Grandma was a pill. She was brazen. She told everyone how she felt, and with no filter, and I loved it. I loved it. You know, because at least Grandma was honest. And that's what I appreciate. You can be crazy as long as you're honest. Jam says, I often dream about my animals who have passed. Freaks me out because I know they died, and in the dream I'm like, wait, what have they been eating this whole time? Oh, who's going to take them for walks? Respect. I see the changes already taking place. I believe everyone is made up of energy that never disappears. And if I collect enough energy... Joey says, Andrew Tate's in jail again. What happened? Did he jerk a tourist or something? You know, I don't know that he'd be that gracious, honestly. I don't think Tate gives anything. He takes a lot of stuff, all right? He takes a lot of stuff. But giving, I don't know. He doesn't give giving. Jelly says, respect, cute pic. Ooh, shit. That was fast, Jelly. Yeah, that just happened. Anthazar says, I think Kyle's aura color is green. Ooh. I'm not up on aura colors and what they mean. Wait, are your eyes light? I'm calling the police. Hold on. Let's give you guys a good look. It's super bright, so it's... Hold on. Will I go blind for you guys? Sure. Sure, why not? Fag it, you know? Okay, here we go. I'm like... How do I get my eyes to... Everyone get my retinal pattern for the scans? I just pop back in and you happen to message. LB. Oh, but that's a good comment, LB. I like it. Are you completing side quests? That's very funny. I guess that's just for you and me then. Guess that's just for you and me. Fud Balls HD says, Master the Baiter. I'm a master of many. Well, actually, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. His eyes look like brown with specks of green. Exactly. They are hazel is the term. Jam says, in an apocalypse, I would just bring my machete and my chickens. Hell yeah. But I won't use the machete on the chickens. Good. Good. Dale says, am I an original? Yes. Are we getting badges or credentials? That's interesting. Is that a thing? Can I award the badges? Jelly says, did PT today, Kyle? Yes. Yes. Good. I was super freaking depressed about my cartilage tear, but I'm also done. Goals. Well, Jelly, I totally get it. I mean, the PT is going to, it's going to be a game changer. You know, the people that don't do PT and I've like my sensei had one of my senseis had a meniscus tear, and he didn't get it. He didn't do any PT. He just kept doing karate on it, but he was in agony. He was limping for years and years and years and years. So, you know, I know it sucks, but knowing that, you also know that if you stay consistent and eat right, you know, you do all these things to facilitate your recovery, you can only go up, right? So, and I don't know, I've kind of, the way I've twisted it around in my head to like get over the depression of, you know, having a crazy spine and all that is, it's like a challenge run in a video game. You know, it's like, okay, well, you're not allowed to use whatever armor, right? So you just have to find a workaround within your limitations and then make it your specialty, right? So I made core, you know, deep intrinsic core muscles my specialty, and that it took a year and a half or 2 years or more. I'm still working on it, right? So, but it got me from walking with a cane to being able to carry groceries and, you know, exercise and all, you know, drop it like it's hot, etc. Respect says meet and greet would be cool. I'll be on security team with Anth, Jelly, Meg, and Jam. But I want you guys to party. We hire security. Informatory says, I have deep pause. I can't really talk about the past because it's really disturbing. But the afterlife does exist. You don't have to. You don't have to talk about anything. Jelly Donut says eggplant. I love the when we have no transition between like a very sweet, heartfelt, you know, like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. It's so traumatic. And then, you know, we just go straight to the fucking perv. It's great. His eyes are green. I feel like I was scammed. Damn, they're not green. They're more brown than green, but there is green. There's some other little stuff in there too. There's sort of a yellowy in there, but you only really see that when you get like sunlight. Hold on, let me put on my glasses. They look like greenish brown. Mm-hmm. Jam says, you can give badges if you have channel membership. Oh, otherwise you can just appoint mod status. I agree, Jam. If everyone just does nothing with the power, then everyone would be good. That's true. Ola Soy says, I low-key want a bowl of peas right now. Really? Interesting. I like peas. I don't know if I'd eat a whole bowl. I've seen people wolf down a bowl before. What do you put on the peas is the question. BT says virtual meet and greet would be cool. No real life meet and greet because people online and especially on the comments section are crazy. Well, that's one of the reasons why I don't follow anyone on Instagram. Like, under other circumstances, I would follow everyone back, but I don't want there to be a link from me to anyone else because we get crazy people, and some of these people like talk about shooting me, right? And so it's like, I don't want any of that attention to be directed towards anyone else, right? Because if people can't get to me, they'll deflect, right? I want to protect you guys. So that's the other thing is I care very much about, I need to take that. That should be directed at me, not any of you. Peas heated with milk and butter are yummy. Ooh. Anthazar says, Ola, a bowl of peas? Yes, a bowl of peas. I'm on a diet, and so everything sounds appetizing right now. That's the thing, is when you're in that place, it's easier to shift your cravings over, because sometimes just something will do, right? And it's like, exactly. Peas are very good for you. I think there's a lot of protein in peas. Jelly says, thank you, Respect and Kyle. I just lose hope sometimes. Since 2023, it's gotten worse, according to a radiologist. I'm sorry to hear that, Jelly. And I know it's hard when, especially when you go to these doctors and they have a very cold clinical, it's like, okay, well, standard statistics say this, that, or the other, and blah 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 blah, and to them it's just like a work day. But for you, this is like a huge deal. So I'm sorry to hear that, Jelly. But head up. I know people very close to me that have had extreme cases of very rare illnesses, like never seen before. And there are treatments now so keep your head up. Fight's not over. Ola Soy says it's not really a diet, but it's something. A lifestyle shift, right? Informatory says, I eat peas, especially with Italian salad dressing. Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. Respect says it's delicious. BT, oh, that makes sense with the following in Insta. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, well, and Insta also, like, they're monitoring the chats too. So, I don't want people to put too much personal stuff there. Again, it's like people will try and lash out at me because I ban them, or I don't get upset by what they say, right? So I just don't want anyone else to suffer that. Respect says, I hope things get better, Jelly. Oh, good, I made it to the meeting. The safety meeting, yes. Jam Clam actually knows what the safety meeting means. I was very surprised. Coco knows. I've had many safety meetings with Coco. Jelly says, I love peas and butter. I just put a little bit of pepper, but it has to be sweet peas. Do they have sour peas? Hi, Coco. Anthasar says hi. Informatory says, no, I know we're gay. We eat the same foods, like peas. What? When you heat up carrots, use butter and brown sugar. It's delicious. Respect that. The brown sugar part, oh my God. It becomes like candy. I've done that with like sweet potatoes too, but Ola Soy says, do peas make you gay? No, they don't, Ola. They don't. Jelly says, thank you, babe. Anthazar says, hugs and kisses. Goofy says, do you believe Jesus is a thing? I believe there was a dude called Jesus. Do I think he's watching me in the bathroom? No. BT says, get well soon, Jelly. Ola Soy says, apparently the peas made me gay enough. Just gay enough, huh? Just to tip the scales. Can I pray for you, man? I mean, sure, Goofy, you can do whatever you want. Steven says, you're a sweet pea. Much love and respect. See, Jelly, we're all rooting for you. Coco said, and with a very excellent point, says, if Jesus is watching you in the bathroom, that says more about him than you. Exactly. What exactly is Daddy Holy Spirit doing, tallying my sins? What does he get out of it? Hugs and kisses back, Anthazar. That's nice. Jam says, so my chicken ganache pecked my landlady in the eye today. Oh, that's the worst person to, right? It's like anyone else. I've warned her about it, so she wasn't mad, thankfully. Good. Oh, man, that's terrible. Ganache was trained to jump on my arm, but now she does it to everyone. That's very adorable. For a baby bird, I love your chickens, Jam Clam. I do, too. That is hilarious. My mom almost got her eye taken out by a fucking rooster. Those things, their talons are no joke. I'm glad your landlady was cool about it. The last thing you need is like a rent spike for, I don't know. I don't even want to say. Goofy says, I hope Jesus puts his healing hand over you and protects you throughout everything you will and have ever done in life. And I really hope he puts Hubs, I think you mean his healing hand on your heart. Well, thank you, Goofy. That's very sweet. Jelly says, thank you, BT. Jam says, thanks, Ola. Chicken. Steven says, I still want to wrestle you in an erotic way. I'm sure, Steven. I'm going to assume that's the case until told otherwise. Olosoy says, you're welcome, you're welcome. His, my bad, I got you, Goofy. Olosoy says, I had falafel for dinner. Oh, that's what I want. Joey says, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure God is up there beating off. Is that what a rainbow is? Thank you, Stephen. Jam. Yeah, she runs the sanctuary where we live. Oh, that's right. So she's all about the animals. Okay. So yeah, I mean, so she knows it's not the chicken's fault, really. She has some crazy stories. I'm sure a chicken is nothing to her. A chicken is nothing to me. My power has grown. Growing up, we had, this is from Anthazar, we had chickens and a red rooster. We called him Diablo because he was evil. He'd peck people till he saw blood come out. That's a psychopath that's been reincarnated. My dad used to have a rooster named Paco. Ooh. Joey says, of course, a rainbow's just God's magical jizz. Well, then what's the pot of gold at the end? Olasoy says, Kyle, I showed my friends like I'm a little celebrity here. Can you recognize me along with other people in the chat? That's true. That's true, Olasoy. You are a little bit of a celebrity. I don't know if this chat is like the best, the best breakout role, but I got you, Ola. When I make it into Hollywood, I'll bring y'all along. I like peas in my mac and cheese. That's a good idea. Get some good chorizo. Ooh, yeah. Jam says, yeah, roosters can be cocks, pun intended. But I raise them to be snugglebugs. Respect says, I don't name my chickens because you never know when they'll be dinner. Well, and that's better. And look, I've heard many stories, my mom was traumatized having to eat chickens they named and, pigs and stuff like that. But, I don't know if I could treat one like my tiny little baby pet and then consume. Well, I don't know. I think I could. Actually, I think I could. Joey says, leprechaun shit. Olo says, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. You are. Omnipresent. Jam. I only take abandoned / old / messed up chickens. They won't taste very good. Grip check, Kyle. All right. Let's do a grip check. Let's do a grip check. Where's the checker? Here it is. All right. All right, let's see what we got. Respect, a man who cooks. Yes. Oh, he does a lot. He's a legit cowboy. All right, I think I got to stand for this. Okay. Okay. 1:30. So it's a rest day. See, and this is a good way to tell if you're 1:15, damn. Yeah, so it's a good way to test if you should work out that day. On a good day, I've got 150, so I know, like, today, okay. I had full body Sunday. Some of you were there for that. Then today I did about 40 minutes of cardio before the shower that preceded the stream. So I'm right on target. Jam says, I'll do that to a cow, but not my chimkins. Name that cow Patty. I love white rice with butter, a little bit of salt, pepper, and sweet peas. Oh, I missed this one. Respect. I'll be the bad guy that names my cows and gets ground beef from them. Well, it's so you know what to write on the package when you put it in the freezer, right? Ola Soy says, I've created an entire pea discussion. You don't understand, Ola. Through the butterfly effect, you might be responsible for some very serious things. This is like 60 pounds, I want to say. This one, I want to say is 80. I got some other ones somewhere, but they're buried. I've seen, there's a guy who his whole channel is just gripping, and his hands are like tree trunks. Anthazar, jelly, that sounds delicious. It is. I love rice. I do too. The problem is like the pot I have that I cook everything in, the rice gets underneath the lip of the top, the cover, and I have to fucking get in there and like pull each thing. It's a nightmare. Informatory says, I see you lost a lot of water weight since last time we seen you. Since yesterday? Bro, be looking like Lord Voldemort. Well, amazing ace. Olasoy, Kyle, my stupid Canadian wolf bird says hello. Doesn't sound very stupid. It sounds awesome. Hello. Lord Voldemort. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hold. You have to hold. Well, whatever. I gotta put this at the top because we're running out of room, so. Oh. 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 What? Oh. Shit. This is my jam. Ooh. What? Hold on. Hold on. You are vote number 7 for Lord Voldemort. Would I be a Death Eater? Sure. Fuck it. Why not? Fuck it. Give me magic. I'll do anything. Jelly, nice. I used to ride horses. I was in the California Rangers when I was younger. What is that? Informatory. I love white rice and peas too. It's a whole protein. That, yeah. I'm sure it's hard to grow the volume you need to like you know, thrive on it. But the Queen. Hi, pretty bold guy. Hi. How are you? Kokomo says your grip is tight. It is good. And how is your grip, brother? Has it faltered? He looks like the other face. Quirinus Quirrell. Quirinus Quirrell. Respect. A man in uniform. Ranger danger. Ooh. Jelly. Rice any day and all day. The Queen says, hi, pretty bold guy. Hi, Queen. Hello again. Marsmello says, sounds like you could do with a new set of pans, then whatever you call them. I have like one pot. I have one large pan. I have a couple small pans. That's kind of it. Well, I have like cookie sheets and things like that for the oven. Oh yeah, respect. Hola. Stupid Canadian Wolfbird is a heated rivalry reference. It's also what I call my best friend forever. Okay, well, tell stupid Canadian Wolfbird, okay, why don't you have, no, actually, tell him what's up. I get sassy. I forget sometimes. I'm too sassy sometimes. Informatory says, that reminds me, I need to get back to my pea diet anyway. And I hate autocorrect, screws my words up. I know, I'm sorry. YouTube will sometimes think you're speaking in a different language and it will attempt to translate it. So I always check just in case. Anthazar, I literally Googled Canadian wolfbird. BT, King Kyle, have you ever thought of adding super chat or super stickers on your lives? Yeah, but I'm not unlocked yet. So I need I think I've got 500 more hours of watch time I gotta rack up. So once we get that, I'll turn it on. Trust me. See, little makeup brushes. Okay, here's what I'll say. I've never given a sticker or a gift. I've never done a super chat. So I don't really know jack shit about it, honestly. But yeah, once we get there. Jelly, a lot of people actually think that rice is super bad for you, but it has lots of vitamins and minerals. Eat in moderation, though. I mostly don't eat it because it's the amount of vitamins and minerals in it, I only eat a third of a cup in a day. So beyond that, I'm not getting much out of it. Jam, we eat a lot of rice here in Hawaii. Yes. But you put all the spam on it that's cooked in Anthazar, saw a picture of a loon. Pretty loony, right? Rice is the better carb compared to what? A lot of times I do sweet potatoes. I had to throw a bunch out because they were spoiled recently, so I switched back to rice for the past couple days. Ola says, rice is fire, man. Jelly, I love Hawaii, Jammy. I do too. Informatory post. How to make rice a whole protein? You need to add legumes. Oh, it's legumes, like leg. Like peas and beans. Jam personally prefer potatoes. Potatoes, Christ, as carbs. Have you been here, Jelly? I've only been to the Big Island, the one that everyone's been to. Ola, potatoes are okay. The texture annoys me sometimes. Yeah, and depending on if you cook it, a lot of times my potatoes end up being mushy. But after all the years of bulking and eating just to put meat on my bones, I can eat a meat flavored paste. You know what I mean? My grip is loose, but I'm working on it. Good, Coco. Well, GameStop will do that to you. I can't imagine the kind of clients you get in there. Well, I mean, half your job's probably selling the little bobblehead things, right? Yeah, this is another one of the good ones. This is called Bongo Rave. Let's pump it up a little. Here we go. I gotta cook it myself, though. I make a darn fine tater. I believe you, Jam. Jelly, no, I want to go to Hawaii really bad, though. My dad's stationed there when he was in the military. He loved it. Who doesn't love Hawaii? Informatory. Going plant-based, much healthier than animal meat. Maybe. I know that studies say you live longer, but I'm not willing to give it up. I've done it before. I'm such a plain eater that, I need, yeah. Well, and I love meat. I'm made of meat, okay? Oh, nice, Jelly. Respect. I was thinking he meant he was a Canadian Mountie. But that Cal Ranger's a youth thing. Oh, Boy Scouts or something? Incognito, do you have any fighting trophies? Do I have fighting trophies? No, I have medals from fighting, but I can't remember which ones they are. I mean, the trophies are all kata. So there's this big one was kata. I think these were kata too. A couple of these ones were fighting. They're just, you know. We also got this one. We got this one's my favorite. It's a little hulking karate man. I worked very hard for this. I didn't need to. I probably could have. I probably could have just shown up and done it, but it was the first tournament that I went to as a black belt, and I'd been made a black belt like 3 days before the tournament, and so I went up into the bracket. But it turns out your boy won gold in fucking everything. So you know we won grand champion too. Jam or jelly, sorry. I love potatoes too. Jam, jelly. Ola Soy says, I'm in a very vegetarian phase of my life right now. Meat is overrated. I like seafood though. Very good for you. Also, I'm trying real hard not to get into fear food territory with the whole diet thing. Yes. Moderation and fear don't have a thick line for me mentally. I understand. If anyone understands, it's me, you know. I was an absolutist, you know. I've done it super strict, no sugar, like no sugar on my birthday, and I got mad at people for offering me cake because I'm like, that's poison, you know. Like I've taken it to a different extreme. So, and you know this, Ola, but yeah, that's very wise of you, and that's very like it's good to be like cognizant of that as you're doing it, you know. Jelly, yes, until you're like 16, you can be in the California Rangers. We were supposed to go to Tennessee. A girl broke her arm. Does that mean you couldn't go? Oh, I still want peas though. Well, Ola, I wish you many peas. Respect, rice is life. Brooke Lee says hi. Jelly says, hey, I can ride a horse. I think you'll like respect then. Ola Soy says, I want sweet potatoes now. I'm sorry, Ola. Those are pretty good. A little more sugar, but you know. Dude, you still at it. Cred. Oh, we usually go for, I think one of the shortest streams I've had is like an hour. Usually it's like 2.5 to 3 hours. Sometimes we do 4 if I forget and I just keep talking. The time passes very quickly for me. Like, it feels like it's been maybe 45 minutes, but it's been many more. Anthazar, I've been into ramen as of late. With the nori fish cakes and bamboo shoots. Ooh, shit. I had ramen on 4th of July with a good friend of mine. We got some special, like, very thinly sliced beef. We got a special noodles. They were like fresh. It was really fucking good. Jelly, hold on, brother. I gotta get a beer. Dale, what do you like training the most? Man. That's really tough. Because I like things for different reasons. Fighting is fun. Dancing is fun. But the thing is, I have sort of the same approach to everything. It's like kind of playful. I take things very seriously, but I'm also very playful and mischievous about it. So I don't know. I mean, unless you're talking like body part, probably back and triceps. Jelly says, respect. Anthazar says, respect. Nala, have you ever considered pouring honey on your back and de-hairing yourself? Honey? I don't think honey would do it, honey. Oh, it sure is big, Kyle. No, see, you have a very good use of your emojis, Anthazar. These faces that I'm very unfamiliar with, these block characters. Respect. I did 4.5 years of Greco-Roman. It was fun. It was very fun. I bet. And it's fun to be good at it, too, I'm sure. Jelly says, I'm back. Mwah. What are you drinking, Jelly? Anthazar, how fun. Informatory. It's so angry looking. What is? What, baby? What? Jelly's drinking Ultra. Olasoy says, it's 12:30 a.m. I can't get peas right now. And it's a school night. No, it's not. It's summer. Peas are a hard breakfast food, I feel like. It's maybe lunch. It's good lunch material. Or snack material. Wasabi peas? Ever had those? Respect says, it was so fun watching bulges bounce and grabbing each other. That's pretty much what I was expecting out of that. Dr. Wang, what's up, brother? Hope all is well. Dr. Wang. Os. Everyone, Dr. Wang is offering extensions. Okay, I don't know if he's beaten me to it in the chat, but I'm sure we'll catch up. Anthazar, maybe for the morning, sweet peas and eggs. Oh, that's interesting. Jelly says, you're not here, Respect. How am I supposed to drink tequila or moonshine? Olasoy says, I don't care if a sweet potato has more sugar, and that's the right attitude to have. Yes. Respect says, 8-inch extension time, Dr. Wang. That's right. See, we know the drill. Jelly, I will only eat sweet potato with lots of brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter. I have a sweet tooth. So do I. Respect says, I don't eat sweets. I don't eat, well, fruit, I don't really count as sweets, but I used to eat, and I can eat a ton of sweet. Well, I can pack away carbs, and it doesn't mean anything. Oh, so I says, I will just raw dog a sweet potato, bake it, and then literally just bite into it like an animal. That's good, Olasoy. If it wasn't clear, being an animal is a compliment coming from me. Informatory, I want some sweet potato chips or fries. Ooh, I haven't had sweet potato chips in a long ass time. Fries either. It's late. There's no way I could get that. Why the long face? Bright. My face is like 1/8 of my skull. You know what I mean? It's like, you see how little this is? This is my face, really. Right? Because your face, that doesn't really count. Your jaw's in your face. It's right here. Okay? Look at the rest of this. Hold on. Look at the rest of this. Okay? Thoughts on sweet potato fries? Well, Anthazar, I love them. Especially with, they have to have seasoned salt on them, though, not just regular salt. Respect says, raw dogging sweet potato sounds rough, Ola. Bad wording on my part. But yes, yeah, Ola Soy, you gotta remember who you're talking to. I will just eat a sweet potato straight. LOL, gotta love good wordplay. That's how we do, Anthazar, you know the drill. Jelly says, oh, my baby was a black stallion, and her name was Wildfire. She was fucking massive. Horses are enormous. I love horse legs because they're huge. Respect, this is adorable. Jelly, what would you do if I was there? You guys are so cute. Dr. Wang, Jelly, would you buy an extension for me if you were there? Anthazar's getting the bowl of popcorn. Informatory post, all this talk about food is so queer-coded. We all eat the same foods here. How is that queer-coded? This is actually a good song. But I'm going to chill the music for a little bit. LOL, get a room, guys. Then also let me in to watch from the corner. I love a good show. Jelly says, I'm a Dom, baby. All right. Well, that's the way you would announce it. Always jammy. The trophy looks so angry. Yes, Informatory, he is angry. He's angry that he hasn't won the competition yet. Nala, I did 6 years wrestling, 4-year Army artillery. Damn. Then 3 years of Shotokan and 4 years of White Tiger Kempo Jiu-Jitsu. I like your martial art. Ooh, thank you, Nala. Nice, Nala, says Anthazar. Respect says Jelly, I'm not sure we would work then. Yeah, it's sort of a conflict of competing energies. Interesting. White Tiger Kempo Jiu-Jitsu. I feel, Nala, you need to talk to Pure Technique. I really wish he was here tonight because, yeah, I want to say, I could be wrong. I want to say that he's a practitioner of that or something very similar. Some other kind of Kempo that's very similar. Olasoy, I'm trying to drink more water and it's ticking me off so badly. I've used the bathroom twice in 1 hour. Yeah, oh, tell me about it, Ola. I'm trying to do the same and I'm on creatine, right? So I'm holding extra water. So I totally hear you. And then like you can't do it close to bed because you got to get up but you can't go to bed, all dried up. So what do? Respect says, I'm in charge in the bed, Jelly. Well, now you know. Anthazar, Ola, yes, I hate that. Like every 5 minutes, right? Exactly. Warrior says, hey, marking Kyle. You're marking me? World free speech. XRP diamond. What does that mean? Jelly says, respect, but I can be very gentle. Respect says, I raise Percherons, I'm probably butchering that, and Clydesdales, Jelly. I know big horses. Fuck. That's crazy. That when you stand next to a Clydesdale, it's like, I believe in Lord of the Rings shit now. Like Dr. Wang says, I can make you like a horse. I'm assuming Dr. Wang means he can make you similar to a horse. If Dr. Wang can make you like a horse, I'm very curious about that technology too. Warrior, hey man, have a question. I understand you're not the biggest bodybuilder, but do you understand you can't get big off a cut? You need to eat more. You could take PEDs like Jeff Bezos. Yeah, Warrior, I've bulked up to 220 multiple times before. So you're seeing me, years and years and years, decades even after some of that stuff. I'm not in a cut, trust me. Jelly says, what's an extension? Like a cock extension? Yes. Jam, I gotta go, guys. Bye, Kyle and chat. Bye, Jam. Okay, remember. Okay, if you feel like it, maybe think about, if you wanna jam. I'm very much like a parrot because I dance with my head and face. Jelly says, you tease Respect. I don't think Respect really teases. Respect says, it's okay, Anth. I consider this friendly chat. But everyone thinks it's flirting. Anthasar says, bye, Clam. Ola says, bye, Jam. Warrior says, hey, Mad King Kyle, do you do bicep curls? Sometimes, very rarely. I'll often do them, like the last workout I did them with an easy bar that's in the corner, right? So I'm at this kind of angle. When I go to Planet Fitness and stuff like that, I'll do like the preacher curl, but I'll do like hammer grip for that. I do pelican curls on the rings. So that's like, stretched out this way. So I, stretch mediated hypertrophy, all that shit. I'm up to date on the literature. Ola Soy, I'm so annoyed. I want like every food right now, but I'm not hungry. I have to figure out breakfast, which I'll have like a bagel and apple or something. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like the fun breakfast. Respect says bye, clam. Anthazar, I'm opposite, Ola. When I'm hungry, I don't know what to eat. Warrior, did you hear about that bodybuilder that tore his bicep when bicep curling 400 pounds with Chris Bumstead? Yeah, I've seen the video. It was the, I can't remember who it was, but it was the partner one, right? The dumbest thing in the fucking world. It's, Jelly says, bye, Jamie. Jam's out. Yeah, it's stupid. I mean, it sucks that it's after the injuries when people learn to like think ahead about stuff like that. But a lot of people knew that it was very dangerous. Ola says, Anthazar, I haven't had a normal food brain in a year. It goes back and forth. Hoovers, one time I got detained on the accusation I stole candy. What happened, Hoovers? Did you eat the evidence? Warrior says, people always complain about Planet Fitness. It's not about their bad etiquette. It's about progressive overload. Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, Planet Fitness isn't the best and it doesn't have the craziest equipment, but it has weights and resistance. And as long as you do resistance training and you can get resistance at the angles you need, is it enough for everything I need? No. But can I use it for 1 or 2 workouts a week? Yeah. And it's cheap. So, you know, I'm getting a lot of value out of it. Anthazar, respect, I know y'all's banter is fun. Hi, Arian. Yo. Respect says, thank you, Anth. Nala says, White Tiger Kempo is more old school. Taught to my sensei from Arlen Al Farnsworth. Ooh, what a name. My sensei also did have a black belt in Kyokushin karate. He was the baddest dude on the planet I've ever known. Kyokushin is no fucking joke, bro. I mean, these dudes, like, they just decided not to block body punches in order to be able to fire off more. You know, that's not a reasonable person in the ring. So mad respect. That's dope. Jelly Anthazar, where are you going? Ola Soy says, I've been listening to song for hours. Which song? Hoover says, I like candy, bubblegum, taffy. I haven't had a good taffy in a while. Anthazar, no, nowhere, Jelly. Why? Jelly says, good. Mr. Tate. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. You're so right, you know. Are you Avatar Aang? I wish, dog. I fucking wish. I'd be going fucking Avatar mode constantly. Do you know how many fucking subs I get? Are you kidding me? Okay, Mr. Tate. Let's get that one counted. 33. We'll get Avatar. I got to get the total number off the records. Avatar. Oh, okay. Avatar. Let's put them up here. Avatar. Your vote is number 6. 6 votes for Avatar. 1,633 for Andrew Tate. 101 for Murr. 45 Johnny Sins. We'll do a full tally at the end of the stream, which is going to be in 14 minutes because I gotta bulk up. Apparently, not apparently. I really do. We need your stats, Anth. Steven says, Planet Fitness is clean. You know, I'm not going to commit to that statement, but it can be. It can be. Warrior says, yeah, bro, a lot of people want those traps, but it ruins your physique. I don't know about that. I like big traps. Like, what's his fucking name? Bane. For you. Tom Hardy. I like his traps. I just, well, I have like low insertion points for the traps, right? So there's that. You know, so I end up kind of looking blocky in the upper body a bit. I mean, I have the wide shoulders and the narrow waist, but then it's like it's very flat up here. So all my traps are behind me. We miss you. Ooh, why? Miss who? I'm here. Olas says, I've listened to this song 46 times just today. Well, you got to drop it. Oh, okay, you do. Jelly says, haha, Kyle. What does stats mean? Are you talking about body count? I think, Jelly, I think what he means is like my stats are I'm 5'8", about 152 pounds. You know, my biceps are whatever. I don't know how big they are. Let's see. Ola Soy says the song is I Will by Mitski. I'm going to look it up after stream. I'm going to write it down on the other board over here. Mitski. Cool. Warrior says, you have a very healthy physique and couldn't say so much about Ronnie Coleman. Like, bro, who ruins their life for ego lifting and for others? Well, it's sad because it's like, that was his thing. And he was the best. And 8-time Mr. Olympia is no fucking joke. I mean, Ronnie Coleman's a different animal, you know? But yeah, seeing him with the two walking thing, the crutches, I don't even dozens of surgeries, right? It's very sad. And it's like, dude, you could have had a much more normal quality of life if you just let go of, and that's what I'm trying to do, right? I tore a ligament in my spine. I have bone spurs on my vertebrae, okay? Everyone's tired of the speech, but all of my spine is like very messed up. So I've done a lot of work to get it strong, but it just means I can't lift super, super heavy anymore. You know, and I can't put weight on my back. And that's how it is, you know? So I've accepted that, and that allows me to continue training in a lesser way, but it, you know, it's something. It, you know, come on. Did you hear about Andrew Tate's arrest? I did. Yes, good. It's about fucking time. He's been wandering around for a long time. Andrew from another state. Warrior says, Miami, Florida for charges. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't do hint. It tastes too watery. Really? For me, hint is like the strongest flavor that I've ever had in a normal water otherwise. You know what I mean? That's not like carbonated. That's not, I love hint. Ola Soy says, you know, a problem with fitness is I don't know what I want to look like. I don't know if I want to be strong looking and whatnot, or a really skinny person, or if I want to keep curves. So how do I make a goal? You try them out, Ola. I went through seasons, right? And that's something where it's like, I'm now bridging the gap between all of the different seasons I've had, where it's like, I've combined a little bit of the dancing. I've combined a little bit of the strength work. I've combined bodybuilding, you know? I've combined all these things. But when I did these things originally, I did them all out as their one thing because I needed to see what it was like and what it was like to be a purist. So I'm not going to tell you you should, you know, try and be a min-maxer or anything like that. But sometimes it takes like trying some of these things out for a good amount of time to see if it's really for you. I thought being 220 pounds fucking enormous was the dream. Turns out it really fucking sucks to be that heavy at my, like with my, I'm not meant to be that heavy. And so it feels awful, right? It feels dope. You feel big, sure. You feel strong, but I feel worse in so many other ways that I had to get there and be like, oh, I thought I would like it, but the practicality of living in that body is like, it's way too much. And it's not worth the amount of extreme effort and discomfort for what little I got out of it, you know? Anyway, Andrew Tate's a criminal, yes. He's under arrest, bro. Yes, he is. He's done terrible, terrible things. He should never be released. We love you, Kyle. Well, I love you too. Thank you, Arian. Andrew Tate is very disciplined. He did 7,000 push-ups in jail. You can summon the muster to do a lot of things when you're in a cage. Jelly says, damn, I missed the first half of the stream. That's okay. We just did some stretching. Amazing says, can I buy some of your luxurious pill? I'd have to remove it. And at that point, everyone would riot. Respect's stats are 33, age 5'8", 5.5, okay, 200 pounds. Ah, are you putting a little muscle on there, Respect? Yeah, man, you're still disciplined. You're very disciplined. Thank you, Warrior. And let me show you a little bit of the actual physique, okay? If we're gonna talk actual bodybuilding, let me show you. Okay, because I know the. Oh. I always do a pose down at the end of stream anyway, so. Let's see, where's my light? Here? Okay. That was missing top in it as well. Anthazar's happy. Apparently the Tate brothers had child material. Yeah, Corey, yeah. And it was like a lot of fucking counts for those charts. So it's like, oh my fucking God. You know, I knew they were monsters, but it's like, just be monsters with adults, man. Christ. It's crazy. All right. I know I'm small. Respect, don't. Yeah, I think you've maybe been consuming too much multimedia. Olasoy says, I had a phase where I wanted to be 90 pounds. I had a phase where I wanted to be really strong, like visible muscles. Not jacked, though. Now I'm kind of stuck in some weird limbo. That's okay, Ola. You will naturally find your way there. You just got to follow your interests and passions, and you'll find your frequency. Amazing Ace says, become a look maxer. No. No way, man. You didn't see anything, right? Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. God, my triceps are so fucking sore from yesterday. Come here. All right. Do a little sort of most muscular. I don't want to shade the fucking. Okay, here we go. See, that's a pretty decent bicep. All right. We got this side. We got the. See, you can see where the bulk starts for me, and the last place to go for me in terms of body fat is right here. Like, this is pretty lean, this is pretty lean, it's right here. So, let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah. See, the hip flexors are the really, the show-offs of the legs for me. Warrior says, yeah, brother, Andrew Tate's a millionaire, very disciplined entrepreneur. I don't know how he gets rich from selling garbage and promoting drugs. Well, you don't need everyone to buy it. You just need a small percentage of the people that you get exposure to, right? So I don't understand it either, but I think the answer is a lot of young people have money and they don't have any kind of real world experience. So they literally don't know any better. Anthazar, no, not about that. The confidence to say it. Wow. Respect is not bashful, which is something I respect. Warrior says, gosh, man, you have a lot of hair, brother. How do you grow hair on your shoulders? Weirdest things. Turns out I don't really have to try that hard. It just sort of happens. And you can see on the back, I have some, I mean, there's more here, but I have a fine misting of hair. Dang, looking jacked. Thank you. Jelly says, oh, okay, 6 feet, probably 186. LOL, do you mean cut? Ah, yes. Anthazar, how do you grow shoulder hair? It just grows. Exactly. Anthazar beat me to it. Respect says, yes, keep going, Jelly. Warrior, yeah, bro, Andrew Tate is a different animal, but gosh, bro, you're a millionaire while you would throw your life away in prison. Well, he's not smart. That's the thing. He was clever in that he took advantage of something that other people just wouldn't, they'd have the sense not to do that, right? Because they'd be too ashamed. But he doesn't do shame. Or maybe he has a shame thing. Jelly says, you're going to turn me on. Amazing says, oh shit, I see the V line. Dang, bro, you're jacked. Those biceps are looking defined. It's yeah, I mean, but you already probably understand this, Warrior. The tendon is long, so the bicep is short. What I am particularly proud of is that well, I do a lot of hammer stuff, but the brachialis inserts pretty high up, and then I have so it's part of my arm circumference is from the one in the middle. You can't see in this one as well. It's just not as developed, but you see a little bit of the. I still think it's more Nick Cage, but definitely Andrew Tate. It's a mix, an unhealthy mix. All right. We're going to end the stream in a few minutes here, but I'm going to try and get to the end of chat. Nice back, very muscular. Thank you. Appreciate that. You got love handles? I mean, not really. Like this is at the thickest part, but then up here it's like, here, like that. Ola Soy says, I'm going to go bye-bye, Kyle. Good night. Have a good week. Thank you for hanging out, Ola Soy. Congrats on your fame. It's good to see you. Let me know how the sweet peas are. Goodbye, everyone. Corey says, I have huge abs as well. I can feel them under the spare tire I have. That's a thing. You don't know what people are packing underneath. Okay? Holy shit, really? Okay, hold on. Fuck. It's, not quite 14. That's more than I was expecting, actually. Respect says, good evening. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Anthazar says, bye, hola. Hope you get your OAS tomorrow. Amazing Ace says, are you part of the real world? I don't know what that means, so... Oh, is that like a Matrix reference? I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty plugged into the fucking Matrix, man. You need to be shirtless more often. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate that. Definitely going to lean into the bodybuilding part of it. The bulk's going pretty good, honestly. I'm happy. Jelly says, hey, Steven. K Money says, Tate, how old was she? 12, 14? I mean, I don't even know, man. I knew he was fucked up, but it's like, I thought a lot of it was like, more like, aggressive bravado, macho man stuff. Meant peas. Oh, I thought OWAS was maybe peas in another language. Informatory says, I'm a hairy guy too. Jelly says, all I have is refried beans. Mr. Okote says, Kyle, how are you? Oh, shirt off. That's right, Coco. We do shirt off very often around here. It's every time. It's every time. Biceps looking good. Thank you, Steven. What's up, my man? Looking swole. Thank you, Mr. Okote. I'm on a bulk. Soft, easy bulk, but we're having fun. Not much, man. What's up with you? It's been a while. What have you been up to? Bring out the measuring tape. Let's get those biceps measured. Respect. Keep going, Jelly. It's and to be Ant's turn next. Just kidding. Anthasar says, chalupas, Jelly. Mr. Okote says, it fell off your head. It did, but I still got it. It's all right. It's all right. Jelly says, digital gangbang. I'm glad Ola's gone for that. Orion says, are you excited about GTA 6? Kinda. I mean, it's not coming to PC at launch, which is my primary gaming platform now. So, I don't know. It'll be good. I'll get to it, but I'm only now playing Avowed, which came out a while ago. I'm enjoying it, but I'm also I don't have a ton of time to game. I only probably game for 3 hours a week, maybe. And a lot of that, when I can, is Marvel Rivals. I've been trying to play with Pure Technique, but we just haven't had a time. I need mood lighting and soft music, Kyle. All right. Well, we're about to end stream, but I'll give you the lighting. There we go. Let's go softer. That isn't really the... Okay, hold. Maverick says, Asmongold got ripped. Respect says, I pray for food, water, shelter, guidance, and protection for everyone on this beautiful planet. Wow. With that said, good night, Muffin, and all the studs in chat. I hope to see y'all next time. Good night, Respect. Yeah, I'm going to hop up. I'm going to try and get to the end of chat. I'll pay for your Brazilian wax. The money isn't the problem, Ace. Jelly, I'd rather have a Big Mac, Anthazar. Corey, I want to do the DMT laser matrix thing. Oh, me too. Me too. You think I don't want to talk to the machine elves? I'm trying to. Jelly says, night respect, sweet dreams. Anthazar says, bye. Ace says, avoid Taco Bell this month. Well, I think it's avoid lettuce this month. Mr. Okote, it's been a while, King. I've hanging out a lot with a really sweet girl last month. Ooh, Mr. Okote. Good for you. I'm glad. Add me on Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite, Ace. Orion says, next year in PC. Respect says, peace. Blue Heart Cupcake. Oh, that's cute. Mr. Okote said, and chatting with a lot of people. I'm on my prime, Kyle. I learned your Riz, man. Good. I want you to take my powers and use them for your own, your own purposes. I was going to say nefarious, but we were just talking about Tate, so, I kind of want some distance from that. Warrior says, Mad King Kyle, how did you get so skinny? Did you lose all your muscle? Yes. When I bulked up first, it was in college, and then I blew out my knee I was squatting 550. I got 10. I was like, oh, maybe I'll get 12, because I was fucking stupid. And so I did 11, great. On number 12, I ate shit. And so while I was injured, I found dancing. And in dancing, they were like, stop lifting weights, be skinny, be light. And because I was trying to go all in on dancing to do it professionally, which I did, you know, I lost it. So I've gained and lost all like 90 pounds 2.5 times in my life. And it was all as fast as possible. Mr. Okote says, huge respect. Respect to you, dog. Getting it. You know what I'm saying? Warrior says, did you feel guilty or smaller from it? Not really guilty. Warrior, I had body dysmorphia for a long time. And it wasn't until I was a lot older that I beat it, right? And it was only after getting huge and having the stretch marks, right, that you can see on me, right? I have them all over. I have stretch marks on my lats, on my adductors from growing too quickly. So, at first it felt shitty, but I had purpose in being small, right? I had to be light to be a dancer. So for me, it like that need replaced the need to be huge for no fucking reason. Corey says, I want GTA 6 for Oculus. Yeah, I got a MetaQuest. That would be dope. Warrior says, GTA 6 for Oculus wouldn't feel as fun as Monitor, though? What does that mean? I don't know. Jelly says, damn, let me do mine. Informatory says, I can't wait to cuddle up with you in the colder months. Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to be an interesting time when it's cold, but we want the shirt off for, Ace says, shit, I'm about to add Marvel Rivals then. It's fun. Anthazar is so expressive. I like that. Shelly says, never mind. It's like 16 on my right. What? Mr. Okote, playfully silly but super effective Kyle Riz. Learn from this guy. He's a positive male model. Thank you, Mr. Okote. If I could be the anti-Tate and actually get people like pursuing their dreams and getting, smooches and stuff, that'd be dope. Okay? Because Mr. Okote is right. It's being silly and it works. Okay? I appreciate that, Mr. Okote. I'm glad it's working for you. Maybe I should start my own university. Warrior says, hey, Mad King, could you still bulk up? Yes, I'm bulking now. And the thing is, when I bulked up to 220 the first time, it took like almost 2 years. The second time I did it, it took like a little over a year. Actually, it was a little less than a year. So every time you do it, it happens faster the next time. So I still am reaping the benefits of having bulked up earlier in my life. Now, I'm not counting calories. I'm not tracking protein. I just take extra protein, like I do extra protein in a protein shake. I focus on getting meals in. I don't think about it because I've done it so many times and I've done the tracking. I've done all of that. So now I can eyeball everything and I can just like live life. You know what I mean? So I can eat what I want when I want to. And it works. Amazing says, I challenge you on Dance Dance Revolution. If I had that game, I would accept that challenge right now. Anthazar is asking, what flavor is the jelly in the donut? Warrior says, my brother is gay, Kyle. He has brown hair. He's 4'9". Are you interested? Well, that was a really great sales pitch, but I think he's going to have to compete with everyone else in chat. Actually, my left is not all that bad. All the PT. Nice. Cream flavored. Nice. Warrior says, yo, Kyle, bro, I swear all these girl streamers have thousands of views and constant donations. Yeah, but the male streamers, bro, Yeah, well, you get some that have high viewership, and the muscle dudes, it's like in a couple hundreds. Because I look through lives when I'm not live, you know. But then yeah, you just see like one. There's one that's really funny. It's like this woman in a t-shirt, and she's extremely, like, unbelievably gifted, right? So she goes like this, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, and you know this shit's fucking bouncing around, right? And then this random guy will just kind of poke his head into it from the side, like really close, and he'll like flip a water bottle. You know, he'll do like this shit, and then move, and it's like that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. 1.3 thousand active viewers. It's bonkers. Then there's the guy that has like dentures for his first like 2 or 4 teeth, and he just like rattles it around to like super close. But it's like 1,000 people. There's another dude who like runs his fingers through his beard hair. 1,000 people. It's maybe I just need to do a close up of my fucking titties, you know, and just do something like this. Grayson says, "Hey Kyle, a great time for me to have done that." Mr. Okote, hi Grayson. Mr. Okote says, "The more time passes, the more people attend your streams, and the more flirty the chat becomes. Such a positive circle." It is. You know, we're all socializing, growing, practicing our one-liners. Mr. Okote, it's beautiful. I thank you for reporting that. That's amazing. Jelly's blowing a kiss at Anthazar. Can you do the cha-cha slide? I think so. I don't remember it. But yeah. Kyle, open a Minecraft server with martial art mods. This has to become a popular demand. I would love to do, like, to fight people on certain VR games. There's one, I don't think it's, is it multiplayer? I don't know. It's like Golden Dragon Kung Fu or something like that. Amazing Ace, do you even Macarena, bruh? Bruh? All right, who am I fantasizing about tonight? I don't know, Jelly. That's up to you. Mr. Okote, is there other male thirst trap that get a lot of girls simping other than Hassan and you? Mr. Okote, it's not a lot of girls. it's a few women. It's mostly men. But that's been my, you know, that's how it is in real life. You know, people think like when you're attractive that it's like only, you know, a certain type of person that is attracted. No, it's everyone. So Mr. Okote says, "Daddy Milkers." That's what they call me down at the bar. Anthazar, thanks for that quick adjustment, Kyle. Well, I just got to make sure I'm not, you know, poking out. Jelly says, "I love the Macarena." Amazing Ace, you got to pop your chest for hours, you'll get 1K views. But I think I need bigger pecs to like actually get like a big titty drop, you know? Because like this is cute, and you can kind of like, when I was a tiny bit leaner, you could really see the striations, you know? But Warrior says, "Careful, Kyle, there could be an 8-year-old girl that just saw that." There could be a lot of things that could have seen that. Corey says, "You have to come up with some gimmick." I don't know. I think I am the gimmick. Warrior says, "Dang, Kyle, I didn't know you were that sick." What do you mean? Sorry, I'm flirty. Don't be sorry, Jelly. Respect says, "Let the man go eat so he can come get in bed with me." Freaky Kyle. Well, Warrior, if there's anything I can guarantee, it's that I will surprise you in multiple ways. Jelly says, ah. Mr. Okote says, "Oil up that bitch and pimp the views, Kyle." 80s stuff. Well, chest hair, it's starting to come back into vogue. It's slow. YouTube monetize this man. Thank you, Ace. We'll get there. We just got to get more eyeballs. But while there aren't more eyeballs on me, you know, You can be part of the OG crew. Respect, you're back? I haven't seen. Oh. Oh, yes, he is back. That's right. He said he was going to go to bed. He's probably watching from bed. And men don't understand they grow a big chest like a girl. Well, Warrior, when I know that I've made it in terms of my chest gains, it's when I'm going downstairs and when you get the double bounce. It's not the singles, it's the kung kung, kung kung, kung kung, kung kung. That's when you know you've got enough mass to really get like, you've made it past the first reverberation. Respect says, you can come read bedtime stories with Jelly. Oh, what an invitation. Warrior says, the more you bench, the more gains you get. I only do like dips and, well, I do some pressing sort of. Jelly says, you want me to do what with your back? Mr. Okote says, I'm glad I found this channel soon into your YouTube career. Well, I'm glad you did too, Mr. Okote. And I'm not going to forget you guys or anything. You know, I don't think anything's going to, you know, I'm not going to be a multi-million subscriber. Well, I don't know. You know, we'll see what happens. I never know, you know? I pop the titties enough. See, I have to like, okay. I gotta have like the right angle of my arms so that I can get the contraction in. Daisy chain. Cleavage is what brings the views. Yeah, maybe just gonna get right in the fucking... And see, the thing is, you can see kind of where my muscle attaches to the bone, and it's not a straight line. It's like here. Anyway. Do you remember the Chris Farley, Adam Sandler SNL Schmitz gay skit? No, I don't, Corey. Respect says, my cake does triple bounce down the stairs. See? Respect already understands the measuring, you know, the metrics. Warrior, Kyle, you should shave all that hair off on stream and put it in a bag. But then people would stop. A lot of people watch because I'm hairy. That's part of it. Are pecs really helpful for the punches? Not so much pecs. Like if you bench more, you can hit harder just because you can produce more pushing force. But honestly, dang, this is turning me on. Welcome to stream, Warrior. But the one that's gonna really drive the punches is the serratus here. These muscles, these protract the scapula and bring the arm kind of here, right? So a lot of that is like hollow body positions, like from like hanging on a bar. I do a lot of pullovers, and I'm just naturally, I've been doing martial arts for a million years. So these muscles are just kind of like this is muscle. This thing I'm running my finger over, that's muscle. So, and you can see kind of in here. That is the one you want to get good at. So honestly, it's not even pecs that, all right, kisses, good night to your daddy. Oh, thank you, Jelly. Mr. Okote, damn respect, you're getting freakier and freakier the more streams Kyle makes. That's true, and you've missed a couple. He's been a little freaky. Ace says, yeah, I'm here for the hairy man. Exactly. Respect says, Lord, peeps are keeping tabs on me. It's just because you're here so, you know, regular. You're here like every time. Anthazar. Mr. Okote, you have no idea about... Yeah, you've missed some things. A lot of lore you're not up to speed on. Warrior, hey, Kyle, you tell us a lot about fighting. Do you prefer MMA like Khabib and Olivier? Yeah, a mix is always better. You know, I love karate for nostalgic reasons. I love the different styles for, you know, the kind of, you know, interesting. I like extreme takes on things, but the mix is the way to go. Live action Krillin right here. That's if I could fucking solar flare, I would. Respect says, spill the beans. And freaky ass chat. Yeah, Mr. Okote. Warrior says, yeah, Kyle turned me on with that chest hair. Well, now I know. You want my girth? Just that respect doesn't hold back. Yeah, that's true. Respect says, I think your photo fits that description, Mr. Okote. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forget. That's funny. I got some chest hair. That's true. Come back. If he krillin', he pulling hot blonde bitches like crazy. Yeah, robotic bitches. Don't make the guys too excited. God, why? Why not? Let's hear it, Jelly. That chest hair is growing on me. And me. Good, good. Let it hypnotize you. Okay, see, you can see there's like, there's a little, country fried steak or chicken fried steak there. The hairiness keeps us coming back. Kyle, you're so handsome. How come you don't have a boyfriend? Well, Warrior, a lot of it is I stream from this place I'm in. But, I sort of go long, I'm sort of a camel where I have long relationships and I have long periods in between them. Mr. Okote, people don't understand that karate isn't the best discipline to learn how to fight the fastest way. People do karate, do it for the love of the game, not exactly to get in the cage. Exactly. I think Jelly's name starts with a G. Interesting. Well, your Mac Daddy, King Kyle, C, baby Christopher, first name. Ooh, nice. I gotta eat because I gotta put some more meat on these pecs so I can bounce them around on YouTube and get monetized. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and stretching with me. It's been very good. As always, I went longer than usual. But to all of the OGs, okay? Peace, heart, and eggplants. Exactly. Game over. Well, Warrior, I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow night as well. And then we'll see about the rest of the week, but I'd like to get one in on the weekend, or multiple in on the weekends, if you know what I mean. Freakiest profile pic in the game. Bye-bye, Kyle. Bye. Good to see you, and congrats on all the attention you're getting. That's great. Bye, Kyle. Have a good night. Love you. I love you too, Antazar. Don't go get all the guys while we're gone, Kyle. I won't. Look, the guys come to me. I don't need to go get them. I told you. Inject synthol into your boobs. Keep eating pussy. Just leave some for us. There's going to be enough. The robo pussy. Well, that one it never has to stop, Don't have too much fun with the guys, Kyle. Well, I don't know about that. I know they like you. They do. They do. They do be liking. Okay. I love you all. I'll see some of you probably tomorrow. Until then, sweet dreams. Okay? And that was a little more nose than lips. There we go. One more. Good night.